Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about the ambiguous case of the sine rule, and we are in chapter 8, section F. It says find the measure of angle C in triangle ABC. We have AC equals 7 centimeters, AB equals 11 centimeters, and angle B is 25 degrees. So first thing I would do is draw a diagram. It's much easier to work from a diagram. Okay, so we have this and we are trying to find this, the angle right there. So that's going to be our theta. So what we're going to do, we just do sine rule as normal. And we get, since we want our sine on top, and then we want to match it with the opposite, so it's going to be 11. And then we say sine of the other one, which was 25. The opposite side is 7. We go through the algebra, multiply both sides by 11. So we get 11 sine 25 over 7 is sine theta. We do the inverse sine. Okay, and we pull this up. We say second inverse, or no, let's not do it that way. So I'm just going to do all the stuff that's inside first. So I'm going to say 11 times sine 25 divided by 7. Then I'm going to say second sine, second answer, and I end up with 41.6 degrees. Now, the issue here is that we actually can get more than one answer with this. If we go back to the unit circle, we can see that we would actually have, so if we have a unit circle, we would actually have two values for sine. And so what we need to do is we actually just need to say this angle would be 41.6. This angle would also be 41.6, and half of the unit circle is 180. So if we do 180 subtract 41.6, that will give us this other angle measurement. And so we're going to do that. We're just going to say 180 minus 41.6. So 180 minus our answer, so 138.4. And so just because I drew my diagram to have an acute angle for theta, we actually could have had a diagram, we could have had an obtuse angle that met the same criteria. And so if it's an acute angle, then we know it's the 41.6. If it's an obtuse angle, then it would be 138.4. Okay, let's try another one. So let's find the measure of angle L. So this time we want angle L in KLM. Given the measure of K equals 56 degrees, LM equals 16.8, and KM equals 13.5 meters. So we just draw a diagram. 56 KML, 16.8, 13.5. So once again, we do sine rule because we're trying to find this angle. It's going to be pretty much the same algebra we did last time. So it's sine theta over 13.5 equals sine 56 over 16.8. Multiply both sides by this. Let's cancel. Sine theta equals 13.5 sine 56, 16.8. We do an inverse sine on both sides. So what we're going to plug in is the inverse sine of 13.5 sine 56 over 16.8. So we go to our calculator. I like doing the inside first. Get that answer, and then do the inverse sine of our answer. And we get 41.8 on that one, so 41.8. Once again, it's just 180 minus that for that same reason. So 41.8. This would be theta. This would also be theta. So 180 minus theta makes us rotate back here. And so if we do 180 minus that answer, we get 138.2. Okay, so just keep that in mind that in some cases we get two answers. If it's obtuse, we have to do the 180 minus the value we get. If it's acute, then it's the value that our calculator gave us. If you need additional help or just want to talk about this idea a little bit more, come to Math Lab. But until then, calculator.